Did you hear the story about the woman who said yes to a girls trip to Miami? Come on now, you know they about to have a good time, honey. So she's booking a flight for herself and one of her friends. And after she booked it, she looked at the itinerary and she realized that she booked the flight a day earlier than the rest of the girls would get there. But her and her friend, they soldiers, they said they're gonna go down there and have a good time anyway. They find a random hotel for the night and then they go out to have fun. They at the bars downtown, they going around and they meet these guys and the guys start buying them drinks and they just having a good time. And the guy's like, well, you know, we having some fun. You want to continue this at our penthouse? They look at each other and they're like, why not? So they go back to the penthouse with the guys, everybody just doing the do, having a blast. And the next morning she says she wakes up and she's cuddling with this stranger in his penthouse in Miami. And she's like, oh my gosh. She starts to laugh. Well, he wakes up at the same time and he looks at her and he says, oh, you didn't tell me that your cycle was on. I love that kind of juices. She was like, oh my God. She completely forgot that right before the trip started, her cycle came on and she was like, embarrassed. So she said, you know, I guess I didn't notice that it was happening. I guess I didn't notice. I'm so sorry. And he just looked at her, smiled like, sure you didn't. So she leaves for the day and she goes back to her hotel with her friend. Is like, oh my gosh, my period was on, like Jesus Christ. And she was like, wait, but I know I had a tampon in there. And I can't believe he would have rammed that in me. I got to find it. So she goes to try to find her tampon, but she can't feel it. She asks her friend, could you please look and see what happened? Is it in there? Her friend's like, I got you. Come on. Her friend is looking and trying to search for it. There's no tampon in sight. And she's sitting there. She's like, how could it have gotten out of me? I don't remember taking it out. And then all of a sudden she has a flashback. She remembers herself being blurry, drunk, looking at this guy, and he's smiling at her, leaning over her. Then he goes down, he pulls the string out with his teeth, and he flings it across the room and starts laughing. And she was just like, oh my God, that is disgusting. And at that exact moment, her phone pings. It's the guy. He's saying, hey, I want to see you again. You want to go to a barbecue today? She looks at that phone and she blocks him because she's so embarrassed that she never wants to see him again.